I went to court over a parking ticket, and the judge recognized me as the kid he'd expelled 20 years ago. So there I was, standing in municipal court over a stupid $75 parking ticket, wearing my wrinkled khakis and a polo shirt I grabbed from the floor. The meter had expired by literally 3 minutes while I was grabbing coffee, but I figured I'd fight it anyway because I'm stubborn like that. The courtroom smelled like disinfectant and broken dreams. About 20 other people were ahead of me, all clutching their little pink tickets and looking miserable. I was scrolling through my phone, half listening to the judge drone on about late fees and payment plans, when my name got called. Nathan Brooks, case number 47B, the clerk announced. I walked up to the podium, ready to give my rehearsed speech about how the parking meter was broken, and I was only gone for 2 seconds to help an old lady cross the street or whatever lie I'd come up with. But when I looked up at the judge, my stomach dropped straight through the floor. Judge William Patterson. Same bald head, same thick glasses, same stone-cold expression that used to terrify me in 7th grade. He was looking down at his paperwork, adjusting his reading glasses, completely focused on my case. Then he looked up at me. For about 3 seconds, his face was totally blank. Then I watched his eyes narrow as recognition slowly crept across his face like a bad rash. Nathan Brooks, he said slowly, leaning back in his chair. Well, my mouth went completely dry. 20 years ago, this man had expelled me from middle school for what he called the most elaborate and destructive prank in school history. I'd hacked into the PA system during morning announcements and played a recording of him singing karaoke at the local bar the night before. Badly. Very, very badly. Your Honor, I started, but he held up one finger to silence me. You know, Mr. Brooks, I've been sitting on this bench for 15 years now, and I see thousands of cases every year, but I never forget a face, especially one that caused me so much embarrassment. The entire courtroom went dead silent. Even the court reporter stopped typing and looked up with interest. I could feel every pair of eyes burning into the back of my head. I remember you had quite the talent for technology back then, Judge Patterson continued, a weird smile playing at the corners of his mouth. Tell me, what do you do for work these days? This was it. This was how I die. I'm a software engineer, Your Honor. Yes. Following in your natural talents, I see. He picked up my file and flipped through it slowly, like he was savoring every page. Says here you were parked in a handicapped spot without a permit. That doesn't sound very considerate. No, Your Honor, that's not right. I was parked at a broken meter on 5th Street. It was a regular spot, I swear. He looked down at the paperwork again, then back at me. You're absolutely right. My apologies. It was indeed a broken meter. His expression softened just a tiny bit. You know, Mr. Brooks, I've learned a lot about mercy and second chances over the years. My heart started beating normally again for the first time in 5 minutes. However, he continued, and my heart stopped again. I've also learned about accountability. The meter being broken doesn't excuse the violation. The fine stands as charged. $75, payable within 30 days. I nodded quickly, ready to pay and get the hell out of there as fast as humanly possible. But, Judge Patterson said, holding up that finger again, since you took the time to come to court today instead of just mailing in the fine, and since you've clearly made something of yourself despite your colorful past, I'm going to reduce it to $25. I blinked. Thank you, Your Honor. And Mr. Brooks? He leaned forward slightly. That karaoke recording? My wife found it hilarious when it went viral on the school's website. She still brings it up at dinner parties, so in a weird way, you actually did me a favor, made me a local legend. The whole courtroom started chuckling. Even the bailiff was trying not to smile. But if you ever hack into my courtroom sound system, he added with a perfectly straight face, I'll hold you in contempt faster than you can say, Your Honor sings off key. I paid my reduced fine and walked out of that courthouse feeling like I just survived the most bizarre full circle moment of my entire life.